I assume you watched the NFC Championship and Rams and Saints, and obviously we've been talking about the controversial no call, the pass interference. Should have been a pass interference. First of all, what did you think about that? And then what do you think should be done? Goodell talked yesterday. They make a rule change and allow coaches to throw the flag and review that. I don't know what the penalty would be. Maybe you lose a timeout or you lose yardage. I don't know what they're going to do. But what do you think about that play? And then what should the league do?
Well, it's unfortunate when a game comes down to one play like that. As players, the message from our coaches is often that you don't want to let the game come down to one play and leave it up to the officials. That's just the way it is. You don't want their judgment to come into play when, on average, you're out there for 65, 70 plays. You don't want the game to come down to one play. So, with that being said, I'm of the mindset that, yes, it was a blown call or no call. They missed it. They messed it up. They've admitted that they messed it up. But with that being said, the Rams still had to go down and kick a field goal and force overtime, and they put pressure on Drew Brees in overtime, and he threw an interception, and they went down and kicked the game-winning field goal. So New Orleans can be as bitter as they want about a no call, but all they had to do was get a stop in 2 minutes at the end of the game or go down and score a touchdown, and the Rams offense would have never came back on the field. So, that's where we kind of have to take the mindset of, you don't want to let the game come down to one play. With that being said, if the penalty's called, the game probably ends right there after that. So,
Kyle,
you can't let it come down to one play.
Right.
I bet if those refs were watching on a crystal clear 4K TV from Best Buy, they would not have missed that call.
They would not have missed it on a crystal clear 4K TV from Best Buy. And they could have heard Sean Payton complaining with the unbelievable surround sound that you can have, too.
I like that. Look at that, working the plugs in, Cake.
Hey, Kyle, after your playing days, by the way, you're filthy rich. After your playing days are over, would you rather coach either in college or the NFL or go into TV?
I would rather go into TV, and because, I love the game of football. Obviously, it's got me to this point and provided me so many opportunities that I would have never had and taught me so many lessons. So I love the game. I want to stick around the game. But the hours that coaches put in, like when I retire and I'm done playing, I don't want to put those hours in anymore. And coaches, quite frankly, put in even more hours. So I'd like to just sit around like you guys and be a sports junkie and talk ball.
There you go.
And you were a hoopster in high school too, right?
Correct.
Do you still play?
I try to. I really enjoy it. I'm a basketball nut. I go to as many Timberwolves games as I can and check out all the other guys across the NBA that are coming in town. So I love the game of basketball, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
We're joined by two-time Pro Bowler Kyle Rudolph from Radio Row at the Super Bowl. Hey, Kyle, the next time you get a tingle like for 122 touchdowns, can you tweet that out before the game so I can get you in a bunch of lineups?
DFS lineups?
Can you do that for me? Just do me a little favor, a little solid.
Maybe you see something on the film the week prior.
You're playing the Lions. They're terrible. They had mailed it in. I should have known it was going to happen.
Hey, do you find Kirk Cousins...
For next year, my last 2 years in Detroit, I have 2 touchdowns both times. So find out when we're playing in Detroit next year and make sure I'm in the line.
That's a top
you like it,
jot that down. That's a good mental note.
the Lions.
Good matchup.
Kyle Rudolph, do you find Kirk Cousins a little cheesy on social media?
I'm sure he's going to say his quarterback's
his new teammate.
No, I mean, everybody knows Kirk's humor is a little different.
So he is cheesy. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know that.
It's hilarious. Kirk's locker is right next to mine in the locker room, and I've gotten to know him pretty well. A great guy. We do rip on him for his dad humor and his jokes. You have to.
Right. Well,
all right, Roop, before we let you go, who do you like in the bowl?
I'm hard-pressed to pick one or the other. I think the biggest thing that I'm excited to see in the game on Sunday is the matchup of Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, the interior offensive line in New England. You think back to all the Super Bowls that New England have lost, they've lost because people were able to put pressure on Tom from up the middle. Guys can come off the edge all they want, but he's just going to step up and find those receivers downfield. So I can't wait to watch that matchup. I got quite a few buddies on the Rams, so, we'll be rooting for the Rams and the Rudolph household, hoping that some of my buddies can pull this one out and win a Super Bowl.